Hello children, good morning. Welcome you all in biology class. Today we are going to study about reproduction in plants and animals. As we know, all living organisms reproduce or give rise to individual of their own kind for the survival of their species. In the process, the parents' traits or genetic characters pass from one generation to another and they continue their life on the earth. They continue their species on the earth. So, reproduction is the word. Re means again and production means produce. Produce their own kind is called reproduction. Reproduction is mainly of two types. One is sexual reproduction and another one is asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction in which two parents participate. Here two parents are required and one parent is male and another one is female. Male, the male sex cell, that is sperm, and the female sex cell, that is called ova or ovum. They fuse together and form zygote, and after zygote embryo, and the development of embryo change into new young one. In the asexual reproduction, only one parent is required, only one parent is needed, and the first type of asexual reproduction is a binary fission. Let us study the asexual reproduction in detail. Asexual reproduction, the first kind is binary fission. It is the process in which a parent organism like amoeba, this is the diagram of amoeba, this is nucleus, and this amoeba, this nuclear membrane, amoeba's nuclear membrane change its shape and then from here it divide into two and two amoebas are formed. This is called the binary fission. The second case, the second type of asexual reproduction is budding. Budding, that is mainly takes place in hydra, budding process, and in hydra, suppose this is the hydra, one bud arise from one part of the vegetative part, this part of hydra, and after some time it break down and change into new hydra. This is called budding. This process is known as budding. The another one is fragmentation. Fragmentation is the form of asexual reproduction in which new organisms are formed from piece of the parent body. Spirogyra like this. The third one is fragmentation, and Spirogyra is the example of fragmentation. Suppose this is the structure of Spirogyra. Cut it from here and two new Spirogyras are formed, two or more than two also. This is called fragmentation. The another one is regeneration. Regeneration is a modified form of fragmentation. Regeneration takes place in hydra, in lizard. Sometimes suppose the tail of lizard is cut down, in that case it regrow again, that is called regeneration, and this regeneration is the modified form of fragmentation. The another one, another type of, I told already we have studied about binary fission, we have studied about budding, we have studied about regeneration, we have to study now spore formation. In the spore formation, you just see few organisms to protect them from unfavorable conditions, to come out from unfavorable conditions, they change into spore. They make a thick layer outside their body, and when the favorable condition come, when the suitable condition come, they grow into new individuals, that is called spore formation. So these are binary fission, budding, regeneration, spore formation, and one more, fragmentation. We have studied fragmentation also. So these you have to study properly and prepare it in a proper way. Thank you. Hello children, welcome again. Now let us study about vegetative propagation. We are studying reproduction in plants and animal, and we will study about the vegetative propagation. This process takes place in certain plants which do not produce seeds or whose seeds fail to germinate. Such reproduction involves not the seed production or organs of plants but the vegetative parts. The new plants is formed by the vegetative part of the plant, that is called vegetative propagation. And first type of vegetative propagation, that is known as by underground stem. The first kind, by underground stem. This vegetative propagation takes place in potatoes. Potatoes, one of the example in by underground stem. Potatoes, their small marks are arise from the potatoes, they are called eyes, and from there we cut the potatoes and would put it in the soil, and after a few time the potato change into potato plant, that part change into potato plants. By subaerial stems, in some cases like example is chrysanthemum, mint, brahmi booty. In that case, by subaerial stem also some plants reproduce and produce the new plant, that process is subaerial stem. And then by leaf buds, in some cases when leaf fall in the ground, the new plants are formed from its veins. Like there is given the example of bryophyllum. Suppose this is the leaf of bryophyllum, and from its when it fall in the soil, from its veins the new plants arise, and that is known as by leaf buds. So these are the three kinds of vegetative propagation. Now what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of vegetative propagation? Vegetative reproduction is responsible for the continuation of plant species that cannot produce seeds. This is the first advantage. The examples: bananas, grapes, ginger, taro, they cannot produce seeds. So here vegetative propagation is only the way for their surviving of their species. A plant capable of this mode of reproduction can survive unfavorable conditions even. Such plants attain maturity earlier than those plants which are produced by seeds. As the features and qualities of the offspring are identical to those of the parent, vegetative propagation can use to cultivate plant. And examples: dahlia, gladiolus. So their varieties, their all characteristics remain same in the new plants also. And its disadvantages are also there. Disadvantages: vegetative propagation results in the production of offspring that have the same genetic or hereditary character as the plants. This lack the genetic variation. There is no genetic variation in such kinds of reproduction. No new species is formed. Sometimes they are more susceptible to disease. So any disease that the parent plant contract can be spread to the offspring, resulting in the destruction of the entire crops. Vegetative propagation allows a plant to produce a large number of offspring in short time, but these are not dispersed far and usually grow near the parent's plant. This results in the competition, because all are grown near the parent plant. So due to that, competition is there and they did not get the proper amount of nutrients. So up to here you have to study. Thank you.